The night begins with an unusual calmness surrounding the house. Soft golden lights spread warmth through the elegant living room, creating a peaceful atmosphere that almost feels unreal after everything the family has endured. For days, the mansion had been filled with fear, uncertainty, hospital visits, sleepless nights, and emotional pain. But tonight feels different. Tonight carries hope. A quiet kind of hope that slowly heals broken hearts. The sound of slow footsteps draws everyone's attention toward the entrance. Adish carefully walks into the room with the support of his crutches. Every step is difficult, every movement still painful, but there is strength in the way he carries himself. His injured leg has not fully healed yet his spirit seems stronger than ever before. Standing beside him is Merkin, gently holding his arm as if she refuses to let him face another moment of pain alone. Her touch is soft but protective. The fear she carried during his hospital days still lingers in her eyes, but tonight another emotion shines brighter than fear: love. As they enter the room together, silence quietly spreads among everyone present. Nermin, dressed beautifully in red, smiles warmly while softly clapping with emotional eyes. Semel stands beside her, unable to hide the relief on his face. He watches Adish proudly, almost like a brother who finally got back someone he thought he might lose forever. Across the room, the other Nermin, dressed in black, observes everything quietly. Normally cold and distant, tonight even her expression seems softer. Maybe pain has changed something inside her too. This gathering is not just another family dinner. It is a celebration of survival, strength, and second chances. Adish pauses in the center of the room for a brief moment. The silence around him grows heavier, not uncomfortable but emotional. Everyone can feel the weight of what he has survived: the terrible accident, the painful recovery. The endless hospital days where nobody knew whether he would ever stand on his feet again. Those memories still haunt everyone in the room. Yet tonight, despite all the odds, Adish is standing before them. Merkin slowly looks at him with emotional eyes and quietly whispers that he made it. Her voice almost breaks while saying those words. Adish takes a slow breath before giving her a faint but genuine smile. He softly replies that he did not survive alone. His words immediately touch everyone's hearts because every person in that room understands how true those words are. This battle did not belong only to him. They all fought it together. Semel is the first to step forward. Placing his hand firmly on Adish's shoulder, he tells him that he frightened everyone badly but returned stronger than before. His voice carries both pride and emotion. Nermin in red gently adds that tonight should not be about remembering pain anymore. Tonight should be about new beginnings and gratitude for life itself. Slowly, the emotional tension transforms into warmth. Everyone gathers around the large dinner table, where the food has been carefully prepared with love and care. The beautifully arranged table symbolizes much more than hospitality. It represents healing, unity, and the hope that their family can finally move forward after so much suffering. Merkan carefully helps Atish sit down. Even the smallest interaction between them now feels deeply meaningful. The way she adjusts his chair, the way he looks at her, the quiet concern in her eyes, all of it reveals how much their bond has grown during the darkest days of their lives. Neither of them needs words anymore to understand each other. Dinner begins quietly at first. Small conversations slowly replace the silence. Soft laughter starts filling the room. Shared memories are discussed, and for the first time in weeks there is no fear hanging over the family. No arguments, no tension, only peace. But deep inside Adish, powerful emotions continue building. As he looks around the table at Merkan, Semel, Nermin, and the others, he realizes something important. Life gave him another chance. A chance he almost lost forever, and now he refuses to waste even a single second of it. After a while, Adish slowly pushes himself up again with the help of his crutches. Instantly, every conversation stops. The room falls silent once more as everyone turns toward him. He quietly says that he wants to share something. His voice is calm, but the emotions hidden inside it are impossible to ignore. Adish admits that there was a moment during his hospital stay when he truly believed everything was over. He remembers lying helplessly in bed, unable to move, unable to walk, unable to imagine a future for himself anymore. For the first time in his life, he felt completely powerless. Mercan's eyes immediately begin filling with tears again. Hearing him speak about those painful moments brings back all the fear she tried so hard to hide during those difficult days. Adish continues speaking slowly. He explains that during those darkest moments, he finally realized something important. He was never truly alone, not even for a single second. Then he turns toward Mercan and looks directly into her eyes. The room becomes completely silent. He tells her that she stayed beside him when everyone else would have broken down. She held him together when he was emotionally destroyed. She gave him strength when he no longer believed in himself. Even when he lost hope completely, she never stopped believing in him. Mercan can no longer control her emotions. Tears slowly fall down her face as she listens to every word. Her heart feels overwhelmed because deep down she knows how much pain they both survived together. Adish then looks around the room again and thanks everyone present for never allowing him to fall completely. He says that their support carried him through the darkest chapter of his life. Semel proudly nods, while Nerman quietly wipes tears from her eyes. Then Adish says something that changes the atmosphere of the entire night. He softly explains that this gathering is not simply a dinner anymore. It is the beginning of a completely new life for him. The emotions in the room become impossible to hide. Nobody says much, but everyone feels the depth of his words. Even Nerman in black, who remained quiet most of the evening, finally speaks. She says that sometimes pain destroys people, but sometimes pain transforms them into better versions of themselves. Her unexpected honesty surprises everyone. For a brief moment, it feels like even the old wounds and tensions within the family might slowly begin healing. As the evening continues, the atmosphere becomes lighter. More laughter fills the room. Stories from the past are shared. Genuine smiles return to faces that had forgotten happiness for a long time. For the first time, they no longer feel like people trapped together because of circumstances. They feel like a real family connected by love, loyalty, and shared pain. Later that night, after dinner ends, Adish quietly moves toward the large window overlooking the city lights. Mercan follows beside him. Outside, the glowing lights of the city create a peaceful backdrop, while silence settles between them again. Mercan softly tells him that he should rest because he still needs time to recover. But Adish gently shakes his head. He quietly admits that after almost losing his life, he no longer wants to waste precious moments anymore. There is a long pause before he finally tells her that nearly losing everything showed him what truly matters in life. Mercan's heart immediately starts beating faster. She quietly asks him what that is. Despite the pain in his injured leg, Adish slowly takes another small step closer toward her. Looking directly into her eyes, he softly says that what matters most is her. Time itself seems to freeze. The sounds in the room disappear. Nothing else matters except the truth in his voice. Mercan smiles through her tears, and for the first time in a very long time, there is no fear left inside her eyes. Only certainty. Behind them, Semel and the others silently notice the emotional moment unfolding near the window. Nobody interrupts, because they understand that something beautiful has finally started between them. The camera slowly pulls back, showing a man who nearly lost everything finally discovering a reason to live again. But the night is far from over. After Adish's emotional confession, the atmosphere inside the mansion changes completely. What began as a simple family dinner has now become a night that none of them will ever forget. Mercan continues standing beside him near the window, still overwhelmed by his words. Her heart races uncontrollably while silence stretches between them, yet the silence no longer feels awkward. Instead, it feels comforting and meaningful, like two hearts finally understanding each other completely without needing explanations. Adish looks at her once more, his eyes softer than before. He quietly confesses that during the long nights in the hospital, he spent hours thinking about what he would do if life gave him another chance. Merkin listens carefully without looking away. He explains that at first he only dreamed about simple things, walking again, breathing freely again, returning home again. But over time, his thoughts always returned to the same person, her. Merkan's lips tremble slightly as she softly asks if he truly means her. Without hesitation, Adish nods. He tells her that every time he woke up in that hospital room, the first face he saw was hers. Every moment he felt weak, she stood strong for him instead. Every time he wanted to give up, she gave him another reason to fight. Those words hit Merkan harder than anything else he has said all night. Overwhelmed, she lowers her eyes for a second and quietly says she only did what anyone else would have done. But Adish gently shakes his head and tells her that not everyone would stay through pain the way she did. Not everyone would love with that much patience, loyalty, and sacrifice. The emotional distance between them slowly disappears completely. Across the room, Semel notices the moment and smiles quietly. Leaning toward Nerman in red, he whispers that Atish has finally discovered what truly matters in life. Nerman softly replies that some lessons only come after surviving deep pain. Meanwhile, Nerman in black watches them silently from a distance. Her expression remains unreadable, but tonight there is no bitterness in her eyes anymore. Only reflection and quiet acceptance. Back near the window, Adish gathers all his remaining courage. Even while leaning on his crutches, he slowly steps even closer toward Merkan. He tells her that life is too fragile to waste on silence anymore. He does not want to hide his feelings another day. Merkan looks up at him with shining eyes and quietly admits that she also no longer wants to hide what she feels. A soft breeze moves the curtains beside them, making the moment feel even more magical. Finally, after holding those emotions inside his heart for so long, Adish says the words Merkan has waited forever to hear. He tells her that he loves her. The confession is simple, honest, and completely real. Merkan freezes for a brief moment as his words sink deep into her heart. Then tears begin filling her eyes again, but these tears are different now. They are not tears of fear or sadness anymore. They are tears of happiness, relief, and love. Slowly, a beautiful smile appears on her face as she realizes that the man standing before her is no longer afraid of the future. And for the first time, neither is she.